Hi everybody in TV land, sorry for the horrible audio. Oh, we got one more coming, good.
Your mic is not on.
Yeah, it's because I left the transmitter in Honokala, so it's gonna be like I'm talking out of a coffee can. Sorry for the audio. Hi everybody. Come sit. We were just about to start. How's the business plans coming? Good.
You know, you send this stuff. I didn't know if you wanted us to print this.
Oh yeah, I sent it because people asked for it, and then so if you don't need, it's there. Just use it. Is that started? Yes. Okay. All right, folks. I'll let you touch base there for a second. It's okay. How we get started? Are we ready?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. I'm going to start off, guys, by telling you you're doing a great job. I really like you sending me questions. People are asking questions about business plans and all that. I really appreciate that. Those that aren't doing that, I'm here. Once again, people that will succeed in this class will use me as a resource. So give me a call, let me know. I'm scared that many people haven't even started yet because I'm not getting calls. Like sometimes I'm only getting them from a select group of people. So let's get started. We got plenty of time because next week we don't have class, and then we got private evals, and then we got private evals, and then we got presentations. So you got plenty of time to say if you were to have cheesed it up to this point to still succeed greatly in this class. All right. First things first. This is the list I have, 1 through 20. I don't know how many people we got in class anymore. But I think Lorraine should be showing up. Anyway, I want you to put your name in order as far as the numbers here, in which order you want to show up for the evals. I want to know how many people are signing up before I put up times, because then I'll allocate for the 4 hours, say 20 minutes per person or 30 minutes per person, depending on how many people we have, okay? If it looks like I'm doing 45 to an hour per person, then we don't need that. Anyway, it's just better for me to do the timing, and I can figure it out by the end of class today. But I want you to just come up here and put your name in order. Basically figure, it'll probably be later on, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock is down here, and then like 5 o'clock is up here, 6 o'clock is the middle. You see what I'm saying?
But we're all going to be here, though.
No.
No,
You
we
come
just
at your
come when we-
time. It's a private evaluation where you come at your own time for your business plan. If you guys are doing it as a group, show up as a group. But either way, come and we go over your business plan. Show up with a rough draft. Yes, show up with a rough draft. At least have something written for every section that I was looking for on the rubric. Okay? So at least have something written somewhere so I can touch on and at least steer you in the right direction. Right? If you don't have anything written, don't show up because we'll have nothing to talk about. The point is, this is not to talk about what you should do as a business plan. This is to talk about your written business plan and the thing you have on paper and the thing you've been doing for the past 3 weeks, or at least starting on now. Okay? If you want to talk about business ideas, we'll just have a really nice conversation for like 20 minutes. But I'm not going to really help you much with your business plan because it's too long. Okay.
So, do we have the option of forwarding all we have so far?
Oh, yes. I would encourage everybody to give me what you have so that I can look it over. Now, remember, I'm starting this program right now.
Yeah, I know.
Get it to me. Let me get to it. Yeah.
Next week the whole school. So by next week we have everything up, and then you gotta.
I'm still going to be working this Tuesday, right? We just don't have class. So if you want to say, get me something by Tuesday so that I can really help you tighten it up so that on the evals you come. I'm going to be in the office on Tuesday, so you might as well send me something. Okay? I'm here. You can make an appointment with me. Who knows? I might not be in on that Tuesday.
So what if you don't have 20 pages like you want?
What's that?
What if you don't have the 20 pages?
All I'm asking for is the title for each section, each subsection, and something written in there.
Oh, okay.
So that I know what direction you're going. Even if it's a paragraph, that's fine. Don't forget, grammar's kind of important, and I want to help you with that, so get it to me so I can have enough time to do the grammar as well, okay? I don't mind doing that. I'm very thankful for the people that taught me proper grammar and writing. People told me my writing's good, and I'm very thankful for that, having had that education, so I'm happy to pass that down to anybody who's looking for it, okay? Let me turn this off. Can you guys turn your phones off? Alright, let's do this first. Why don't you write your names? Why don't you come up, one by one. This is the first date of private evals. This is the second date. So this is what, the 24th, right? Am I wrong? And this is the 17th?
That's 17, that's 24th.
Yeah, going from left to right.
Yeah.
So just put your names up. Just do it right now. Figure out where you want to. It would be better for you to go later in the day, earlier on around 5 o'clock. If you want 5 o'clock, hurry up there and take the first spot because that's 5 o'clock. I can't encourage you to go anywhere. If you want something later, then just go in the 20 range. I'll figure it all out. There's a lot of people that are still participating that aren't in the room, and I'll just put them in there last, so that everybody here has top priority.
So we have to see you twice for 2 evals?
You don't have to come.
Oh, okay.
No.
You
No,
do
but
have to come.
that's the idea up there, 2 evals.
Yeah,
that we
it's
set
2
up for
separate evals. So you show up with a really rough draft, and then you show up with a nice polished draft. Ready for me to just say tweak 1 or 2 things and have you start working on your presentation.
1 or 20 pages.
So if we don't even show up, if we just do the whole thing and have them in at there,
I'm
I
taking
mean,
it.
is that possible?
This is technically attendance day.
Oh,
I'm coming all the way out. You might as
I
well.
have about 26 pages.
I'm here for you, man. You might as well show up.
could be beer.
Because there's 2 eval days. We're doing 2 of them.
Where it's like the chip.
Day off, and then we have 2 weeks of evals, and then you have your presentation. Yeah, you show up with a draft. I sit down in 30 minutes or so. Yeah. No. You just go home. Yeah, and then you come back the next week. Right. Not right away. Don't go home right away and you come back. Sit down.
I started, so I had to do a whole
Well, come on the 16th.
I could have come up with a better system for this, but I'm brain dead. Sorry, guys. I did the times before, and it got all messed up. And then I ended up sitting there for like 30-minute chunks, and that's frustrating for me. I could be doing something. So I'd like to keep them all together. We used to keep fresh garlic in this, and now I'm using it as a water bottle, and it tastes heavily like garlic. It's kind of the grossest thing I've ever had in my life.
Well, at least you didn't have little kids too. That might be a bad combination.
Yeah, I typically do too, and I ran out today. Everybody's using that rubric, right? May I borrow this? Everybody's using this thing, right? This is what you use to draft your business. Yes. That's all for you. This is for you to work on your own. But could it help if you draft a vision statement? That's why it was. And this is one, right? This is your company. This is the one-page business plan. This is for self-funded, right? Yeah. Different kind of business plan.
Forget tomorrow, huh?
Okay. Everybody signed up? is
We're
like
busy
the
now.
first eval, I think, it's 17th and 24th. Are those dates right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause next week, today's the 3rd, next week is the
What's
10th,
the date?
following the 17th, following
No.
the
No.
it's
Yeah.
at 7.
What she said. I'm bad with dates, man. I just go in order.
So today's the 3rd, at 7th, it's the 10th, at 7 to the.
I'll remember it. No class next week. 2 weeks of private evals. If I start remembering the dates and the numbers, then my brain will explode. I just know what I have to do. All right, everybody up? So I'll figure out these times while you guys watch this video here. All right, a lot of people are asking me, how do you make a PowerPoint? Well, best thing to do would say, access PowerPoint. Somehow do that. If you can't do that, OpenOffice is a program now I think controlled by Apache, which used to be controlled by, who did it before? Oracle used to do it. It's a grant-funded, I think, program where they give you a word processing software, OpenOffice. It's just like Windows. It's just like the Mac stuff, whatever it's called. And then you can get it for free. You download it, and then there's a presentation section on there. I don't know what it's called. Something.
It's like PowerPoint.
It's like PowerPoint. Simple version. Download it. It's free. Put it on your computer. Use the word processor. Use the Excel spreadsheets that come in the program to look at your Excel spreadsheets that I need.
Right, can you use Keynote and convert it,
If you want to use Keynote, I'm going to be using this.
Okay, yes.
So just give it to me as Keynote. So I'm able to use both programs because Macs rule. Okay.
So we put it on a stick or a CD?
You could do, please don't give me a CD or DVD.
Keynote.
Yeah, just email it to me, put it on Dropbox. You can do that. That's what I would recommend doing. It's the fastest way and easiest way, and it's always up there. If you want to bring a stick, that's perfectly fine. That's what most people will do, is just bring a stick and stick it in. Now, remember, if you have, say, a presentation, a rough draft started on the second eval day, maybe bring the stick that day so that we can stick it in and make sure that it works and it's formatted the way that you want it to, because there's always formatting issues and all that good stuff, okay? Remember, you really got to get me that business plan and the evals before the due date, before the, what do you call it? The last day, the presentation day. So I got to be able to get them to the people that are evaluating prior in advance, right? Is there a due date on the syllabus? Did I put one? October 1st? Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. If there's a due date on that syllabus, please check. The 20th? Which one? October 1st? Alright, so, I really need your final drafts. Even if you give me like really nicely polished rough drafts, I can at least give those to the evaluators at least 2 days in advance. Can you guys do that for me? Give me what you got 2 days out so that I can give it to the people and they can evaluate your business plan so that before you present, they can actually know what they're going to be listening
How
to.
many copies?
You don't have to bring copies if you give them to me.
On a stick? Okay.
Oh, okay. You don't have to bring any photocopies of your business plan. Only give that to me. I will get it to anybody evaluating.
Oh, okay.
If anybody in the room wants the whole room to have their business plan, that's up to them. Let me know and I'll print off copies. Okay? Does that make sense? So, what's 2 days before October 1st? Is it 30th? 29th. Right. 29th. Give me something by the 29th, guys, so that I can give it to the other people so that they have something, they know what they're going to look for. Right? They can do a little bit of research, do some little market analysis, right, before they show up. Also give me copies of your PowerPoint if you can. It would make it easier on you if you put it up on Dropbox. I could already have it on the computer. I'll open it previously, make sure it's working correctly. If not, I can email you and say something's wrong on the format, bring a stick, and I can communicate that way or whatever, right? So it's just
Give me your own laptop for the presentation. Is that possible?
you can, that is fine, but it is a newer Mac, the silver kind. I don't have a plug for it to do the presentation.
Oh, okay.
That's my disclaimer. If it's an older one that has the larger square, it's a much bigger square, I can happily plug that in like I have now on mine. Okay? Probably just better to put it on a stick. Okay? PowerPoints, right? Some people don't know how to do them. Many people haven't done them in a very long time, right? There's certain kind of things that you want to avoid. There's certain things that you want to always have on a PowerPoint. I'm going to go through a few things. I don't have any slides for it, but I want to touch on a few points as far as what you should do, and then we'll watch a movie on what you shouldn't do. Okay? Let's remember that PowerPoints are up there to convey ideas and not full sentences. Okay? If you have a subject, a verb, and a predicate, if you have full sentence structure in your PowerPoint presentation, you need to cut that down to, say, 1 or 2 words. Okay? Just kind of look at the way I do a lot of my presentations. There's groupings. There's never really full sentences in there, and it just has, if you want to do like an example, it's i.e., boom, just put those titles up there, and you're not going to give it any detail or description about what you're talking about. That's all for your words and your visual that you're handing out if you're going to hand out your business plan. Alright, it's just there to convey bullet points. Please don't put full sentences. Also the text. Remember, text has to be nice and big and it needs to be visible. Watch your colors, he'll talk about that in a second. And keep it at a minimum of 10 slides. Keep it at a maximum of like 11 slides. 10 slides is perfect for your guys' business plan. Alright, maybe 12. Really having one for each section of your business plan would probably be the way to go. Some of them can be combined, which is why I say 10. If you're doing 12, 13, 14, you're hitting one for each section of your business plan, that's fine. If you're doing 2 slides for a section of your business plan, I understand that. That happens, especially for the financials, right? So if you're putting up tables, your financial tables, really isn't all that important if you can do graphs. Because when you do presentation, graphs are much more representative of what you're trying to convey to the group. Because most people can't see the small text, the Excel spreadsheet that you put up. It's very, very hard to see that. Putting up your total numbers, the actual data, your totals, that's important. But graphs, definitely a great way to represent what you're trying to say in the table format. Okay? Keep it simple, stupid. That's what my dad used to always say. Please. Don't make more out of this than it needs to be. The presentation part of it is the slough part. This is the easy part, right? You already have the business plan done. Just touch on a couple points. All you need to do is just show us that you understand the principles behind what you've learned in class, and that's all you're trying to do here with the presentation. Okay? You're not trying to sell your idea right now. That's for later. But just get that information out, and then show us that you're confident in your knowledge of that business plan. That's all we're looking for, right?
So PowerPoint, sorry, just to clarify, so our PowerPoint would consist of our mission statement, our vision, our logo, our marketing strategy, just a couple charts to show our 1, 3-year, 5-year plan, and then our total expenses,
Mm-hmm.
and
A little bit of operations.
and then operations, our management team, and then that's it,
Yeah, the appendix,
and the appendix. Okay.
if you want to post up there like what's in your appendix, that's really great. Contract from so-and-so corporation for X amount of dollars.
Do you want to see the survey as well?
Just put in there, surveys, blah, 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 but you're going to touch on your surveys
Right.
in your market analysis section, right? Okay. All right. And let's see what else. Good things to do in PowerPoint. When you're doing your presentation, don't be nervous, because you shouldn't be nervous, basically, because you practiced so many times. When you do your presentation, you should have at least done it 5 or 6 times on your own, and then at least 1 time in front of another person. It really gets those butterflies and the nervousness out. And although everybody in the room is pretty comfortable with each other, which is kind of an advantage for you guys. Okay. Just practice is all I'm saying. Get it in on time. Get it in early. Make it easier on me, please. Thank you very much. All right, we'll watch a movie on how not to do PowerPoint.
That there's some things I hate about PowerPoint, and I figure it's kind of my duty to point them out. So here we go. Here's common PowerPoint mistakes. Number 1, people tend to put every word they are going to say on their PowerPoint slides. Although this eliminates the need to memorize your talk, ultimately this makes your slides crowded, wordy, and boring. You will lose your audience's attention before you even reach the bottom of your first slide. Please don't do that anymore, please. Number 2, most common. Many people do not run spell check. Big mistake. Nothing makes you look stupider than spelling errors. If it's got a red line under it, recheck the spelling. And finally, I hate this. Avoid excessive bullet pointing. Only bullet key points. Too many bullet points, and your key messages will not stand out. In fact, the term bullet point comes from people firing guns at annoying presenters. Hence the bullet point. Bad color schemes, not good. Clashing background and font colors can lead to distraction, confusion, headache, nausea, vomiting, and loss of bladder control. I can't stay on that one too long. Here's something I've noticed. The number of PowerPoint slides you have in your talk, the less useful your talk actually is. Unfortunately, my presentation is right there. I've also noticed this. People love to pack data into their presentations. They shove more and more data thinking it's better, but it's not. The more data you have, the harder it is to read your slide, and the effectiveness plummets. Now you can improve the effectiveness by adding some shading and some 3D effects, and then some second order and third order effects, and then, I know, let's add some labels. That'll help a lot. And that's pretty much every marketing slide I've ever seen right there. Then some like VP of marketing standing there going, it's real clear in Q4. What the hell are you talking about? Now, I'm into in animation. People become animators in PowerPoint. You can have things flying all over the place, and that can be good. If you're a visual learner, that will improve the effectiveness of your performance. But if you're easily distracted, more animations, and people have no idea what you're talking about. They're just, wow, that is cool, wow. And there's regions here, by the way. There's the simple but effective region. There's the active but confusing, the effective but boring, the active but ineffective, the dull but static region, the busy but useless, the ADD only region, the useful but amusing, the stupid but confusing, the dull triangle, the hyper triangle, the sleepy square, the dizzying pentagon, and everything else I just call pointless motion. That slide right there took me an hour and a half to make, right there. PowerPoint can just suck the life out of you. It's amazing. I've also come up with this. It's a kind of a little science I've invented called font analysis. Basically, the font you choose says something about who you are as a person. There's a huge list of fonts, and you choose one, and that says something about you. So be careful the font you choose. For example, if you choose Courier New, it happens to be my favorite, you're probably organized and structured. If you choose Matisse, it means you're artistic. And if you choose Times New Roman, it means you're lazy, apathetic, and unimaginative, and you always use the default. Oh. A lot of Times New Roman people, welcome. We have some more. If you use freehand script, you're a horrible speller, so you try to hide it with a hard-to-read font. Very smart. If you use Gothic, it means you're very pale and you wear black. And if you choose Wingding, it means you're a nerd and you have no life. In fact, if you know what those symbols mean, you will never have a date, trust me. Don't bother.
Got it? There's a couple points I definitely want to touch on again. The background color. This is the color of your text. Super important. Please do something that contrasts nicely. It's not going to hurt anybody's eye. What was the other thing? Bullet points. Yes. 4, 5 max per slide. Okay? You'll catch me doing like 8 or 9, and then you'll be like, hey, you said that's why I do this at the end. Alright, can you get those lights for me, please? Let's get started on some management skills. Maybe just the one. Can we turn this one on? Yeah, the middle one, please. Wow. Everybody see that okay? Last one, guys. That's it. Way to go. Did great. I hope to be done real soon, by the way. We'll be out of here today. Because today we're talking about management team. And like I said, we have no class, private evals, and the class presentation. I'll figure out these times here in a bit. And before you leave, we'll do this. So you know what time to come in for your private evals. I got caught up in that movie. It was funny. All right, management team. We're talking about distinctive competencies. Do you have the right people in management? If not, kindly let that person know that you're thinking of someone else. Strength management is what we're talking about today. We're talking about strength, where people thrive as both in their personality and in their work trades, right? Well, you gotta ask yourself, what am I good at? Maybe you're like this gentleman here. He's in the market for selling turtles. Definitely your marketing manager, somebody you're gonna want behind you, getting out there into the community, making signs, letting people know about your product, letting them know that they're for sale. That's good too. You gotta basically take, from your talents and look at what you want to develop. You want to develop a successful farm where you build it all the way from the bottom, only to have your production manager, when you do expansion, drive your combine into the ditch, like this guy. So the point is, as your expansion goes, you need to look at your management structure all along the way. Okay? You can't have the same doofus running your company you did when it was in your garage when you move on to 140 acres and you're doing large production. Okay? Let me know if I insult anybody when I say words like doofus and I refer to other people's relatives. Gallup polls. Anybody know what Gallup poll is? Gallup is a great organization that's basically been studying human nature and behavior for over 70 years, 25 years of research. They've surveyed 2 million people, which is quite impressive, on just the largest expansion of questions. They'll ask you what your favorite color is, what type of shoes you wear. I mean, these are pretty extensive surveys. When they talk about businesses, they ask what makes people happy and successful within their business. Their answer was being able to assess and recognize individual strengths and weaknesses. Basically coming to work and knowing that people are doing their job. And they're doing it right, and they do it the same way every time, and you don't have any worries. When people hate their job, it's typically because they're working with people that aren't doing their job. If everybody's doing their job, even if it's the worst job in the world, if you have great people around you, you've got great support from management, if you get sick and you call up, you have no fear of calling your boss and saying, hey, I'm a little sick today, not coming in, not a problem, we'll handle it. If you have that kind of relationship with your company, your job just becomes a lot easier, right? Also, being able to hire individuals who are qualified for management positions overseeing areas of potential weakness. Hiring people that can come in and fix any problems as the business progresses, basically. Right? Nothing surprises these individuals.